Hello, friends and family. uh, this is my third video. I would say my third episode. I just want to share some upgrades or updates. So at this point, it's almost 2 weeks of my first chemo. The first week, in terms of side effects, it wasn't that bad. I was expecting a lot worse. And in terms of nausea, the medication did a good job on not allowing me to throw up. In terms of pain, it was manageable, especially since I have a discharge hose coming from my gallbladder, and I have an stern in my, inside to try to drain the bile into the large intestine. So there is a few things going on inside of me that could potentially cause problems, and this week was one of them. It looks like the drainage had a blockage due to a stone that I have in the gallbladder that I wasn't even aware. I wasn't even told that I had stones. So I had to go through a procedure that was a bit painful, and it still hurts, but the good thing is I have a good tolerance to pain. I've been through a lot in my previous years, so it's pain that I can deal with. When I really can deal with it, is because it's really bad. So, but anyhow, as far as updates, next Monday, I will be having my second session, and well, I'm not. It's like it's kind of difficult to say. On one hand, I just want to go through, get my 12 sessions and hopefully get, to the point that the tumor gets shrink so I can get the surgery, and after the surgery, well, I'll be done. But that's the whole process of almost the whole year, the whole 2026. And the other one, the oncologist mentioned that, sometimes the body gets more or resents more the chemo as you get more sessions into you, and then you get the side effects. With that being said, that's what you guys are seeing, my new hairstyle. New because in the last 3-4 years I decided to get my hair long to the point that I had a ponytail. But for those that knew me in the dance industry, well, this was pretty much my look all the time, because you need to have your head clean, and when you're training, 8 hours a day, 7 days of the week, you sweat a lot, and you need to be able to clean and keep yourself neat. But that's a bit of long ago. With that being said, I guess today is a good day to remember, some of the things that I live, that brings me good memories. I was dancing, or my dancing adventures began a little bit late, because most people, they start very young. I wasn't I was a little bit of antisocial in my teenage days, because I spent most of the time with grown-ups, with adults, and I always kind of felt like I didn't fit with my age group, and sometimes I didn't. It wasn't easy for me to blend in or to get along with. I was in a different stage of mind, I would say. And then as the years come by, you start living other things. But there was one thing that was constant. When I was around my, I'd say my 20s, with a group of friends. I started dancing, and we were dancing back in the day, something that it was called high energy in Mexico City. And then I learned to dance guaracha with a good friend in the hood, as we all started. And I remember my days, when we were training or practicing, not training, we were just practicing, but at the same time, it's just like having fun. Like you see those old videos from the breakdance where they put the cardboards on the street and the boom boxes that do not exist anymore. So for all those that are from the 70s, 80s, they probably know what I'm talking about. But we used to put cardboard on the street and play the boombox, and we were practicing our steps, and we were rehearsing whatever we could, whenever we could, and and one day we decided, me and a group of friends, and our leader was known as El Ferrari, that we wanted to be in a dance competition that it was on national TV in Mexico City. And it wasn't a dance competition, it was more like the competing to have the right to be on stage on national TV. And at the time, it was just three of us. We just were eager to go and show to the others what we could do. And I remember that we were supposed to come back 2 days later to see the results, and as soon as we finished rehearsing, they told us, you guys are in, just make sure that you bring more people if you have more, so you guys can be in the shows and the main show. And they told us, to come on a specific day to do the main rehearsal and obviously to the show. So yeah, we got more people, and when we went on a stage, the audience was about 1,000, but it was in the neighborhood in El Estado de Mexico, and that was extremely electrifying, to say the least. From the main rehearsal to the actual performance, it was one heck of a good time for most of us. And there is more memories similar to that. When I started dancing here in the United States, with Latin street dancing with Lisa Laboricua and Andres Meneses, which Lisa put a lot of faith in me. Sometimes she had more faith in me than myself. Andres was a different story, but at the end he supported me as well. And I'll share more of my dancing stories in the future, but as for now, next week I'm gonna go into my second chemo. Hopefully it's still the same, it's not as bad. I cut my hair because I'm beginning to lose some of it, and I figure, what, I'm gonna lose it anyhow. And since most of the time at least last week and part of this week, I was laying down because I just fell asleep. I got no energy. That's the worst that I got in terms of side effects. Well, it's better to have it short and have it long, and having a messy hair the whole day. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Click the button, like the video, share, and subscribe if you can, because you know how the algorithm works. And if you are able to contribute, there is a link for the GoFundMe that one of my relatives created for me, my sister-in-law, and help me to fight this. I know that there's a lot of people this year suffering from this sickness as well, and my heart goes to them because it's not easy. A lot of thoughts, a lot to think about. But anyhow, I'm getting to the mark where I need to cut. So I'll see you on the next video once I get my second chemo. Hopefully it's not as bad. See you on the next video. Bye.